State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Second down and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Kmet, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Jones. And he whips that one incomplete there. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
That goes out wide to Murray. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Montgomery running right. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. Tua now on first down. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And who's got it? The Giants.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this
Pick
game.
the ball up.
It's
Why did you
January.
have to do all
It's
that?
cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Oh, the ball comes out on
get
the
a
hit, but
fucking
they'll say
second.
it's incomplete.
It's
Well,
out
if
the
you have man
block,
coverage
bro.
on the outside,
Just
and
let
my
me get the
scouting report
pass
from
on,
these
bro.
DBs tells me that they love to take
Y'all
matters in their own
is
hands.
killing me,
They
man.
want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. Gano the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Steps away to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. This one swung out to Montgomery. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Play action. Now it's Tua. This is caught by Hilton. And finally down he goes.
Come on, D-line. Y'all gotta get this. I didn't cover this first fucking
So many times
row.
in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Come on, team. What is
Darnell Mooney.
y'all
His
killing me,
19th
bro?
touchdown now on the season. And the Bears will add on to their
Oh,
lead.
my God.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos
so
to kick this one away.
Random ass fucking crossing routes. That's it. We'll be all right.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
From one side of the
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt
and he's
about
diving.
it. Now, if they're going
Why?
to
Ah!
increase the urgency a
Fucking
little
sorry
bit, maybe bump up the
motherfuckers
pace,
just
maybe go
diving.
2
And I
minutes.
fell
Who
for
knows?
that
Let's see what they
shit.
decide to do. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way
Falling for
in.
these sorry
Touchdown,
motherfuckers that just
New
keep on and
York.
die.
Gano now to add the extra
That
point.
shit drives me. I be thinking that they're just gonna try to make a tackle, they just die.
And this is up and
They
good to
just
make
die.
it a 17-14
Like that play, he
game.
was gonna dive himself outside of the play. I give these sorry
Gano
motherfuckers too
now
much
following
fucking
the
credit,
touchdown here
bro.
to kick it away.
Too much fucking credit. You gotta stop playing these sorry. I should have
This
looked at
taken
it
in at the goal line.
No, man.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
This shit about to get shut down.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Nowhere in this motherfucker.
On play action, here's Tua. And he'll be taken down, but not before
Come on,
they
Pat.
across midfield.
Come on,
And with
Pat.
that completion, he's now
Yo.
north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a
Pat,
tough start
are
for
you
the secondary
serious?
defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear
Oh,
on him a
my
little bit.
God,
So they're
bro.
looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. I'm not sure
Yo!
the linebacker there
How
as
the
that's
fuck-
batted down and incomplete.
Oh my God!
Giving up a few first
dog.
downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. He's going to let this one go deep. And this one is incomplete.
You're not gonna let him make a
Thus far,
mistake.
they've been able to move the line of scrimmage
You're not
very
gonna let
well
him
in the
make a
running
mistake.
game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Yeah, this will be
You're
caught
not
by
gonna, and then
Mooney.
I don't
And
use
he
y'all
will
just
have
not
the Bears
rushing.
first down as
Dog,
they're
how
able
much
to get
time
the
does he
3rd down
need?
conversion.
Come on!
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's
Y'all
the number 3 man in the
purposely
NFL in terms
trying
of
to
receiving
help him
yards.
right now.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running
God
to catching the football.
damn, bro!
That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
You gotta make
So a
him
decent
play.
gain,
At
the
one
ball for
point in
naught
time,
on
you
the
gotta
penalty.
make him
It's
play.
too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, it's Tua. Got the connection here to Bourne. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run with Montgomery.
We ain't
And
getting
he
that right
takes
there.
this one.
You
in
gotta
for the
make him
Bears
play
touchdown.
for once. He's
David
been
Montgomery.
throwing a bit to my team.
Touchdown number 8 on
He's
the year.
throwing it to
And the
my
Bears
fucking
will
team.
extend their
And
lead.
for some reason, you are
Santos
bailing
with
him
the
out.
extra
Does he
point.
need to make the
And his
playoff?
guys
Y'all
will take a
could
10-point
have
lead.
talked with me. We could have had a conversation before the game.
Now
And
after
if
the
that's what y'all
touchdown,
needed
here's
him to do, we
Santos
could
to
do that.
kick this one away.
I'm a team player. This motherfucker really just throwing
And
it
that
to
one
my
will bounce
team.
out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
God damn, bro.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Jones throw here taken in by Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing Jones. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Here's Jones on 1st down. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. After the sack on 1st down, Jones. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
Down my man like
this
that,
Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break
That's
free.
That's a fucking linebacker that you let gun down my
gain
fucking
on the
nine.
play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor.
Good block, man.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Jonathan Taylor as the 1st half is winding down. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is down to a field goal. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. That catch good for only a couple. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
All over.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half, but when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Tua puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying.
What are you there for, bro?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they're going to get this before it's taken down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson
Get hit on that shit, man.
Take over here just shy.
Oh, my God,
They
bro.
definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Tua going to throw. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. Oh, this is
He's just throwing it in fucking coverage. No, why is he throwing this shit? He's just throwing it in coverage. Oh, my God.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back.
He's just throwing it in coverage.
Lose a yard there, and it's 2nd.
Y'all have to stop this shit.
Intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event,
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back to Taylor on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They'll run here with Taylor. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter. You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity. It got his man, complete, touchdown, Giants. And sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Extra point try, good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Tua now on 1st down. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Tua's throw here pulled in by Hilton. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay.
Touchdown! Sterling Shepard. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A huge play there for Chicago. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Giants force the turn.